Welcome back to the Throne Room. Season 3. We're out here. We made it. Josh, how the hell are you?
I'm doing good.
That's it?
Doing fantastic. Positively not positive with the corona.
Well, listen, I hope you're not positive, but I will say this. You know, we took a whole summer off, and I kind of want to talk about that a little bit, but
yeah,
we might get into that.
So much happened.
Well, I was hoping that we would be done with this whole freaking corona nonsense on season 3 when season 3 started.
Yeah.
At least after the summer. But, of course, that's not going to happen. It's terrible. It's ridiculous. We're still in this mess.
Bro, they canceled football.
No, they didn't. We're still having a season.
Well, not us, but...
We're still having a season, dude.
Not
okay?
Not God's conference.
Listen. Somebody better call the law. You know what I'm saying? We're about to brawl.
Those are some good TikToks.
Dude, I deleted TikTok.
Why?
Because, I'm not taking a lot of hours. I'm taking 12 hours, but I'm taking, like, fluid dynamics, some coding, like, numerical method class, material mechanics, and then material engineering, or, like, material science. And I'm working 20 hours a week, so I was like, okay, I don't want to take 15 hours because I also have to work a bunch of hours. So I was like, okay, I'll just take 12 hours. I'll just take the minimum. And we'll start the Throne Room back up when school starts. And the reason I didn't want to do it during the summer is, number one, you weren't here. And
yes.
It was literally just me up here by myself. And I was like, if I put something out that I'm not really happy with, the show's going to like never like grow to where I want it to be. So I was just like, look, I'll just wait. We'll just take a break. We'll kind of reset. Start over.
Get the people missing what they want.
Get the people missing what they want. Then I look back at the YouTube and like, I was just thinking like, dude, this show has so much potential, and if we really just put effort into it, we can go places.
We got cucked by Rona.
Oh yeah,
That's
we got pooped on by Rona because we were seeing some pretty decent growth until we got chopped down.
Yeah, that really was
we
wild time.
got assaulted in our kneecaps and our ACL splattered all over the wall.
I feel like everyone thought the reaction by the government was going to be so much worse than it was.
Well, what did you expect them to do?
Well, like, my dad was expecting, like, a full-on shutdown. Like, he was like, you need to get home before the Civil War breaks out.
He still thinks that, doesn't he?
Well, no,
Because election's coming up?
He still thinks it's a Civil War. I could see it.
I'm not going to say it's not going to happen. I think it's clear that there's so much division right now, and it's all right versus left, and it's all... Dude, it's totally possible. Like, if you look back at, all the crazy things in history that people have revolted over, like, we had a revolt over tea prices. Like, you think we're not going to... Like, okay, I don't want to get too political, but imagine if Trump gets elected.
Imagine if either gets elected, no side is going to be like,
well,
that's fine.
Here's my thing, and I don't want to get all, like, right-wing conspiracy on you, but here's my thing, okay? How many times have people on the left or left of center overreacted versus how many people on the right have overreacted and like protested?
He's got a point, John.
So I'm just saying, I think if Trump gets elected, it's going to be way more violent. There's going to be way more riots,
yes.
way more protests. And I'm all cool with protesting, but I think if Biden gets elected, it's like, okay, well, we can do this.
So I don't know much about it. Like, Anderson just got me started on it, but it has to do with Pedogate and all that.
Oh yeah.
But you know about like this Twitter page called like QAnon or something, like Q.
Anonymous?
No, it's not anonymous. It's like Q or something like
Q?
that.
I've seen QAnon.
Yeah, QAnon. QAnon. That's
Isn't that the anonymous Twitter page?
No, it doesn't have anything to do with anonymous unless
okay. Well,
but anyway,
I'll fact check it. Go ahead. Keep going.
People were saying like they think it's Trump. They think Q is Trump.
Dude, he's not that smart.
That's because you would never think it is him.
I mean, unless it's like somebody in his cabinet,
Yeah, no, but it's easily like could be someone like in the White House.
Yeah.
But people think like Trump has this like all this like knowledge dump he's about to do once like the elections start rolling up.
Okay. Is it so? QAnon supporters will rally for President Trump this weekend because maybe they think the conspiracy is true?
Yeah, well, no, a lot of the stuff, like, it's a bunch of, like, government leaks that come out on that page.
Yeah.
And they all prove to be kind of true.
What government links? Do you know?
Like there was one about the child, like the connection between like ICE and child sex trafficking.
Yeah.
And it all got proved because like Melania wore some dress when she went to visit the border.
This has something to do with the freaking Pizzagate thing.
Yes,
Too.
I mean Pizzagate was just the start.
That's crazy, dude. Have we talked about that on the show?
I think we've talked about Pizzagate.
Yeah, that's insane. There was like a bunch of different. It was like YouTube comments, or was it emails, or like Reddits or something?
Yeah, it was on Reddit.
I think it was like a bunch of different subreddits or something in like Discord.
Well, then there was that whole Wayfair thing.
Yeah, I think a lot of it was in like YouTube comments too, or it was related to that whole thing. But basically, if you're not aware, there was some weird comments of certain people just like basically writing in code. Like they were like, let's bring the new like sausages on the pizza, and then we're gonna have the ranch on the pizza, and then it's gonna taste so good, it's gonna be great. But they were like talking about like sex trafficking, like child sex trafficking and like child pornography. And so all this stuff came out, but that's Pizzagate, and it's wild that YouTube, because it's like they're not saying anything wrong, but when you add context to what they're trying to say, it's like, what the heck? YouTube was letting this go on.
They're not talking about pizza.
No, they're definitely not talking about pizza. They're talking about little kids, and it's gross. But so this has something to do with Pizzagate. The pedophile ring in Washington restaurant has become a, quote, big tent conspiracy encompassing misinformation about topics ranging from alien landings to vaccine safety.
What?
It's
What?
It's the QAnon. It's just I guess that account talks about all of that, like from Pizzagate to vaccine
but
safety.
people think it's Trump. It's really weird.
Wow. Okay, let's play this out. So you know how there's always that thing where it's like, okay, if you became president, what was the first thing you'd want to know? You'd go to the freaking Area 51 and see if there's aliens, right? See if you have things. Personally, I think that's stupid because I don't think just the president can know everything. I think it's all compartmentalized. Like, if you listen to, like, the Bob Lazar stuff, like, they don't, it's like, not everyone, just because you work there doesn't mean you know everything that's going on. They like, give you certain information to know. And I don't think they'd let, like, the president on his first day be like, here's all the information, have fun. But anyway, so let's just play this out. So you would want to know
about the aliens.
You'd want to know aliens. You'd want to know who shot JFK. You'd want to know about 9/11. You want to know about all these things. Okay, so Trump goes to this stuff, and he loves to open his mouth. He can't keep his mouth shut, right? That's a trend that we've seen. So what does he do? He starts a Twitter account, and he just leaks all these things that he's hearing about.
Exactly.
Because he knows he would be destroyed and probably killed if he said it on live television.
You know who knows, like, we found this out? My buddy Homan, his dad works for, like, NASA or something like that. And if anyone knows if aliens are real or not, apparently it's this dude.
What do you mean?
Like, there's, like, Homan tells him he literally, like, can't talk to him about his work. Because it has to do with, like, deep space stuff and, like, new discoveries.
So he knows nothing about anything his dad's doing?
Yes, basically.
Deep space. Do you think his dad's just messing with him?
No, his dad's a pretty normal dude. Not like a...
Okay, well, here's a question. If you've been told to keep something secret, even from your family, why would you tell them that you can't say something? Why wouldn't you just say, oh, I work for NASA under the thermodynamics department?
I imagine him as, like, a bigger... You've met Homan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I imagine him as bigger Homan. Just, I can't really talk about that today, kid, you know? Maybe another day, Sonny. Dude, Homan's
so then Homan took that as, oh, my dad knows aliens.
Well, no, he, like, asked him about it one time, and he was like, it is a possibility, but, you know. And it was like but, you know.
Wow. Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess his guess is as good as ours, if they are, right? Like, who knows? I
guarantee there's one person on this planet that can, like, definitively answer, yeah, there's aliens.
Dude, but the problem is everybody thinks that they're that person because they've seen something. They didn't sleep for 3 days, and then they walked outside and thought they saw
something. A whole report on this my sophomore year about how, like, the internet was the worst thing that could happen for conspiracy theorists because before it was, like, a crazy dude in a shed that thought Bigfoot was real.
Yeah.
But then 10 of those guys got computers and realized there's other people that think this. I'm not crazy.
Yeah.
More people are thinking like me.
Yeah.
and that's what happened.
Well, yeah. I mean, the internet for sure. I almost think of it like a dry cornfield. And it hasn't rained for years. Everything is so pliable, so ready to be just caught on fire.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as someone says one little thing and just drops that match in the dry part of the cornfield, just lights up, and it's so hard to stop. That's the internet. Little stupid ideas, little toxic ideas, just little seeds get planted, and then it spreads all throughout the internet. Nobody knows how to stop it. That's the freaking internet. Just a dry cornfield. That's it.
That was like this summer, dude. What happened? This summer was like a giant meme, but so much bad stuff happened.
I saw something and it was like, yo, it's freaking August 28th, and I feel like we skipped Easter.
Yeah.
We didn't even have an Easter.
All I remember, like one of the last things we talked about was Kobe dying. I remember.
Oh, I know. Well, we did talk about Kobe dying, and now, as of 2 nights ago, Chadwick Boseman has passed away.
Yeah.
The Black Panther, T'Challa, rest in peace. Isn't that crazy? And it's even more wild that like he was filming like legendary movies that will go down in history as probably the greatest superhero movies on the planet.
Yeah. With cancer.
That's insane. He had it for 4 years, and it progressed to stage 4, and he was just chilling. Did you see? Somebody posted like he was doing some Instagram live or something like that. But did you hear about the? What was his stupid little nickname that people gave him? Like, crackhead Bozeman or something like that.
Oh yeah, because he was getting so skinny.
Yeah, he looked like a crackhead, but it was because he had stage 4 cancer and he was dying.
Yeah.
And that's the first time. It was some Instagram live or something, or like somebody's what's that app where celebrities like give you shout outs or something? It was one of those, but
I know
somehow
somehow
they got footage and they were making fun of him, and it's like, I guess you never really know what somebody's going through,
Yeah, they could be going through stage 4 cancer.
Stage 4 cancer, and it's weird. It's weird, man. But yeah, this QAnon stuff. I always thought it was just part of Anonymous.
Nah, we'll have to do like a whole episode on that. Like,
yeah,
bro, we can get Anderson on for dude.
That's what I was gonna say.
This dude for 2 weeks straight has been watching about like pedogate and stuff like that in his room. Like, dude, there's like he's talking about shapes and stuff.
Shapes
that like are like giveaway codes for like the friendly symbol for like, hey, I'm also a pedophile. It's like a triangle circle. And it's like the universal code for I am also a pedophile.
I want to look this up. Triangle, circle, pedophile.
I don't know if that's exactly.
Okay, well, did you hear about that? I think it's part of like that whole thing, but like everyone's saying that Nicolas Cage is a pedophile.
And then like Ellen DeGeneres and Oprah.
Well, Ellen just got like in trouble for like mishandling her employees or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Mishandling is the wrong word.
Yeah, there it is. To
catch
the
symbols pedophile used to signal their sexual orientation.
Yeah, dude, he was like telling me, he's like, I keep seeing it everywhere now.
The symbols that pedophiles use to signal their sordid sexual preference on social media.
That's it.
That's it. No way. And what does that mean? The blogo, aka boy lover. This is disgusting, man. The FBI found 5 symbols pedophiles use to indicate their preferences. This symbol, a blue spiraling triangle framed by another triangle, is also known as the boy lover logo, used by adults who prefer young boys. What the heck, man?
Yeah.
So what, they just post this on Instagram or something?
Or they like just some of them they'll like they've gone back and found like Instagram post where it's like the symbol somewhere in the background.
What? Then there's one that just looks like a really simplified or like a primitive drawing of a thumbprint. And it's the symbol used for pedophiles who prefer much younger boys.
Looks like a paperclip. Like my mom had the paperclip shaped like that.
Yeah, it looks like a paperclip that you kind of just like... Yeah.
No, I definitely remember having paperclips shaped like that. What the heck?
And then this is a similar thing. Again, it's all sort of... You notice how it's like all of these are sort of all connected, but they make a shape.
Yeah.
Like this one is just a spiraling triangle. This one's a spiraling oval. And then this one's a spiraling heart. And the spiraling heart is the young girl lover, apparently. or just girl lover.
I've seen that like image places too. That's so weird. What is the butterfly?
The butterfly one is any gender. Pedophiles who do not have a preference of gender. Wow, so inclusive. But it's basically a butterfly, and it has like pink and little baby blue
The
things.
wings are hearts.
Yeah.
What is that one?
That's a mixture of the boy lover one, and then the girl lover one. Pedophiles promotion symbol. Promotion symbol. This is the child love online media activism logo, which pedophiles use as a symbol to promote their cause.
What the heck?
That sexual preference between adults and minors should be decriminalized. Wow, man. And that really is like an idea that people on the left talk about, is like sexuality is
pedophilia as a sexuality.
Exactly,
yes.
exactly. That's insane. That's insane. Wow. I've never seen I feel like I've seen the butterfly one for sure. I feel like I've seen that.
Like the young boy lover, I've definitely seen that as a paperclip.
Yeah, I've seen that as a paperclip.
That's so weird.
Too. So you think big pharma's making these?
Dude, whoever Staples.
Wasn't this like some sort of television network thing? Where have I seen this?
It's so
before?
weird how like familiar that shape is.
Yeah, like this is like a PBS thing.
Yeah.
Or like a I don't know. I've definitely seen that before, man. We got to look into that. That's insane. I want to know. I want to know now. I need to know.
You know, for like all the wild stuff that happened this summer,
Yeah.
that was one of the things that didn't get talked about, because you remember like what was her name? Epstein's like mistress got arrested.
Oh yeah.
And she leaked a bunch of stuff, but it like never made big headlines.
Yeah. Well, you know, the other thing that was crazy was like the Pentagon straight up came out and said that like, yeah, we have an alien like craft that
yes,
crashed.
I remember that.
We have it, and nobody cared.
Yeah, there was, dude, it's crazy.
Like why don't we care about that? Why isn't anyone talking about it? It's because, you know,
they have us focused on that because the news didn't tell us to care about it.
Yeah, well, that's true. They had us preoccupied on the protests, the riots, everything else. Meanwhile, the Pentagon comes out and says that we have an recovered alien craft that landed, which is very strange. And who knows like what that even means? What is that? What does that look like? Is that like a flying saucer, or is that just like a bumper from it?
Okay, if it wasn't Hot Girl Summer, who had it? Was it Hot Karen Summer? What was it?
Okay.
Hot Antifa Summer.
Hot Tifa Summer, yeah. Hot Antifa. Hot Chaz. Hot Chaz Summer.
Oh, yeah. Dude, that
Chop.
was actually like
Hot Chop
really
Summer.
interesting to watch go down, was Chaz.
It was so funny, man, because it's like this whole defund the police thing.
We don't believe that people should carry around guns with minimal training, so we are going to give guns to citizens with no training.
Yeah.
Boom, 5-year-old dead.
When you mix all of the vast viewpoints on the left, and it's, you know, that like accidentally left-wing Twitter account?
I love that. Yeah,
that's pretty funny.
That's the Republicans tweeting stuff, and then
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
yes.
Yes. Well, so there's that. Chop was basically like accidentally right-wing. That entire thing, accidentally right-wing. Because, yes, you want to confiscate all guns, but then you give members of your little
Militia.
utopia actual military-grade weapons. I don't know if they're military-grade. They're probably just ARs.
The one that killed the 5-year-old had like a fully automatic AK.
Yeah, that's wild. So you do that, you know. So it's like, it's just very strange. Oh, and then they killed like, I don't know how many people died in there, but they killed like 17 like black people or something.
Yeah, a lot died.
Yeah, they killed a bunch of people in there. So it's very strange, very strange. But that was fun to watch. It's very interesting.
I remember they arrested the dude that started it, and he was like, you know, in like tears, like
he was a straight up warlord, bro.
Yeah, well, that's like such an interesting life story, though. Like, to imagine to interview that guy, like he was a warlord for like 2 weeks or a month.
Yeah, like that's on your job resume. Like you go into work at like a Domino's now, and you're like, oh,
I was the warlord of Chaz.
You were that guy. Who was the dude that like started the cult in Waco? He died, but who was he? Or no, there was another one. Jonestown, Jim Jones.
Oh, that's the one where they drink the Kool-Aid, right?
Yeah, that's the Kool-Aid one. But the one in Waco.
You know what I'm surprised is that that's
technology.
still socially acceptable as a metaphor. Drinking the Kool-Aid.
Oh yeah.
I'm surprised that's like not a phrase that's been like canceled.
David Koresh.
David Koresh.
That's the guy. Well, that's not Jonestown.
No,
that's
that's Waco.
That's Waco. Yeah. God, he looks creepy, man. Oh.
Is that just the show or is that actually him?
No, this is him. The other one was the show. This is him. You know what's funny? They killed Ted Bundy faster than they killed Charles Manson.
Yeah, they're both dead, right?
Charles Manson? No, okay. they both had the death penalty, but
I was thinking about that the other day. I thought Charles Manson was like still alive.
No, he died pretty recently actually, but they like expedited Bundy.
Yeah,
you know, like and people like were there at the prison like celebrating him, like dying.
You know about that A&M professor, right?
Oh, I saw that. That's weird. Do you know any more about it than I do?
All I know is that he was like leaking IP addresses of students to China.
What?
What the heck?
What? Yo.
And that only made headlines here because we go here. Like, that didn't make national headlines that a college professor was leaking IP addresses to China.
Dude, I have the person that teaches my numerical methods class, and I thought it was him because I saw his name, and this is syllabus week, so I don't really memorize the dude's name yet. I still don't really know it, to be honest with you. But so I really thought it was him. I thought my numerical methods professor was
leaking your IP to China.
My IP address to China, which it's whatever, dude. TikTok's doing the same thing,
Everyone's up in arms about TikTok leaking stuff to China.
It's happening.
It's going to Zuckerberg and Bezos and all those people too. They're
not in China though.
No, but like when you have a Facebook, it's doing the same thing that TikTok is, but it's just going to Mark Zuckerberg.
Yes, that's true.
It's
very
like,
true.
Who are you acceptable with having all your private info?
When I say I deleted TikTok, I didn't do it because of China. I did it because it's a distraction, and every time I get on there, I wake up 3 hours later and I haven't done anything.
It's pretty true.
Yeah. And I need better time
I have to set a
skills.
timer before I go on TikTok. So I know 10 minutes have passed.
Yeah, I just put on that like screen time thing where it kind of cuts off your app after like an hour or 45 minutes or whatever.
Yeah,
and she has the password to it, but I just ended up deleting it anyway, so that's whatever.
There's some good stuff on there.
Oh, I know.
Sacrifice my life for Pakistan.
Yeah, Josh found this video of like these little Pakistan children.
It's from this high school, it's like a high school and middle school in Pakistan. I don't really know how the school system is there.
Yeah.
Well, no, the more you watch it, there's like older kids, but basically like their principal or superintendent, whatever she is, she has the whole student body out in this like open area, and then they call them forth in like a line, and they have to give a pledge to Pakistan. And some of them are so like there's one, she's like, I promise to keep my country clean. And then the next kid comes up, I promise to keep my country safe and clean. And she's like, whoa. And she has to give a reaction to each of them. Mm-hmm. The one kid comes up, he's like, when I grow up, I will be an army and defend Pakistan and destroy India. And she's like, whoa, strong army, great.
Like, imagine, okay, in this country, we still, like, openly murdered somebody if, God forbid, they were gay.
Oh, yeah, that'd be messed up.
Like, in those countries... Like,
no one talks about that, dude. I'm pretty sure Pakistan's one of them. They, like, have a whole procedure where you have to, like, which one's the highest building? Yeah. All right, let's get them up there.
Yeah, and then just throw them off.
And they people act like that doesn't happen anymore.
If you're a Christian, they'll just kill you. If you're an open Christian, they'll kill you. Or, like, worshiping in public.
And, I mean, you can't use, like, another country's flaws to, like, ignore our own, but, like...
Of course. Yeah, we have...
But when you're, like... It is the worst, like... Being gay is like the worst in America.
Yeah.
There's so many worse places that you could be like...
Where you would literally die by the government. Like, okay, I get that it's very possible that if you're a gay person in the United
America,
States, somebody
really,
could kill you.
Yes, just because of it.
Yes, and that I'm sure happens at some points.
Oh, it's
very
happened
rarely.
Before, but...
At least in 2021 or 2020, it's going to happen very rarely.
It's not a law here.
Yeah, imagine if the government came after you and was doing this.
Imagine if it was like not imagine if it was legal for them to do it. 'Cause
Yeah.
here it's murder.
Yeah.
But
It's first degree murder.
if you do it there, it's like, good job, got another one.
Yeah. Good boy. I'll pay for your dinner tonight. Same with like women's rights and like, you know, if you backtalk, if a wife backtalks their husband, it's like socially acceptable and like legal under the full
To
extent
just
of the law
beat them.
to just backhand the ever living life out of your wife. Bars.
What?
I made a rhyme.
I didn't hear the rhyme, but all I heard was backhand your wife. I was like,
No, I said backhand the ever living life out of your wife.
oh, I heard
Bars.
backhand the ever living life out of your wife, bars, and I was like, what? No cap.
On jaw. The fact that people like the whitest kids on the planet
Say
are the ones
on
like,
jaw.
no, yeah, the ones that say on jaw and like, bro, 6ix9ine was a total snitch.
You
dog.
know who
He
says
messed up
you
the
know who says
code.
on jaw? Anderson.
Bro, I was gonna say,
Unironically, but
yeah. I hope you didn't hear that. Probably not watching, so I don't really care. Come on the show,
I worked with Preston.
Preston.
I can talk. We've worked at the same fast food restaurant.
Fast food restaurant. Yes, the same quick eatery where one might dine quickly
Yes,
in San Antonio.
and I will never again. I still eat there. People talk about how they don't eat where they work.
Yeah, you know, here's the thing. Like my stepbrother used to work at a Bill Miller's, and within like the first week, he was like, "Dude, I'm never eating at Bill Miller's." I think it took him like 3 years before he ate at a Bill Miller's again. I ate at Whataburger almost every day I worked there, and I still eat it frequently.
Yeah,
So, I mean, well, here's the thing, because you get half off when you're there for break, and you have an hour, or what was the break? I don't know. Mine was
I got
probably
like
30 minutes.
30 minutes
Yeah.
for break, or 30 minutes to 45 minutes.
Yeah, so you take a 30-40 minute break, you get half off Whataburger, it's around lunchtime, you're going to eat at Whataburger instead of spending more money. So,
Yeah.
you know, you do that, you get a little shake, you make yourself a shake, you make yourself some food. Okay, you're in, you're out, bada boom, you spend $3.80 and you're good. Rather than spending like $12 at
Yeah, let me go to In-N-Out.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't remember if like I miss like having my employee discount. I went and got Whataburger the other day and it was $10. I was like, for what?
Yeah.
For what?
Yeah, I know. I've really thought about that. It's really just a burger and like a third of a potato.
My current eating situation
Oh, yeah.
on campus.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I'm spending $14 on that.
That's wild, man.
And it's like demanded, like they've already taken the account out of my account. I
Dude,
can't.
It's freaking ridiculous that
It's
we're
organized
having-
crime.
that we're having to. Yeah, but we're just having to pay. Like my tuition went up more than it should have, and I'm all my classes are online.
University advancement fee. That's what it's under.
For what?
If you look
What are
at
we advancing? We're online. I could look. I could literally learn everything I'm learning right now from Khan Academy or Chegg. Or
Yes.
both, or YouTube videos from India. For free. Yeah, but here's the thing: with any STEM degree, like
I know where you're coming from, dude. I am a STEM major as well.
oh, we gotta talk about that because I'll beat you senseless with the freaking mic, dude. This mic's going down your esophagus. Listen to me, okay? So with any STEM degree, it's pointless. Like if you're in a business degree, like most of the people that are teaching your classes have never owned a business. So when people say like college is a scam, that's where I would agree with them. Because you're not really gaining any sort of experience. You're just getting a degree when you could start a business without a college degree. You can't really work as an engineer or work in like a science lab, like as a lab tech without a degree. You just can't do it. So in a way, for college in a STEM field, it makes sense. It's a good investment because you can actually get a job with what you want to do. Anything else, maybe. Now, you on the other hand, go ahead and just explain your little predicament here on how you're the newest STEM major on the block.
So last year I was a Bachelor of Arts in Communication, but about halfway into the summer of 2020, I get an email saying, important, urgent reply, availability in degree in Bachelor of Science in Communications. Oh yeah, I hopped on it. I had already taken the math classes it needed. I was like, you're telling me I can be a BS with no extra math?
What were the math classes, Josh?
Oh, the basic ones that I had to do to like get into the university or like
Yeah.
get into a major.
Yeah. So everyone's taking those math courses. Everyone has to graduate. So where's the differentiation here?
There's like a few more.
What makes you different? What makes you stand out?
That I have a BS, not a BA.
Yeah, but everyone could do that. Everyone could do that.
I think there's like, I don't know, I haven't looked into it all the way.
Wait, so is this a thing like you're actually...
I'm in the process
BS?
of applying for it.
Okay.
But I just know I have the math credit already. There's a few more sciences I have to take, but they're like psychology. You know what
Pretty
I think
much.
is a really dumb system are minors.
I still haven't figured that out, but I think I just need to take one more math class. And
It was like the end of last semester. I was like trying to apply for my Spanish minor, and they were like, "By the way, you're like 2 credits from an English minor," and I was like, "Huh?" And they're like, "But you're already gonna take the classes, so we're just gonna put it in already." And I was like, "I didn't know that, but thank you." So now I'm like a double minor.
What the heck? In English and then freaking Spanish or whatever.
English communication with
Isn't that what's your minor?
Spanish.
Yeah, Spanish. That's what I thought.
That's
English
the one
and
I was
Spanish.
actually working toward, and they're like,
Yeah.
"By the way, you have a an English minor," and I was like, "Thanks."
Sick. There's a lot of weird stuff going on in the world. Do you know who you're voting for yet?
See, that's the thing. Like, I mean, of course, I know who I'm voting for, and I don't know if I want to say it because
I'm not gonna say
it's
it.
my opinion.
Yeah.
But at this, like, there's a tweet I put out a long time ago, and I was like, "Ain't it crazy that 2 of our candidates are like under scrutiny for being pedophiles,
Oh yeah.
and the third one is Kanye West?"
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird, man. I don't know. I heard a pretty good idea today actually about, because I'm not huge on the 2-party system. I think it's kind of
I'm not
very
either.
Narrow. It's very narrow.
Why do we have to split the populace in half?
Like I don't know. I just think it's kind of dumb. Like and even when we have 2 parties, the best we can come up with are Trump and Biden. Really? Like Biden's like not even alive. He's basically dead.
That's how you know it's
He
rigged.
can't complete a sentence.
Yeah.
And then Trump, on the other hand, is doing questionable things. Should we announce the newest member of the show?
I think we'll just post him. He just did his first muscle up. We can post that.
Okay.
Congrats on our new
Yeah.
baby boy getting his first muscle up.
Okay, so we're gonna have another co-host on the show. 3 people, me, Josh, and Zach Smith.
My roommate.
Yeah, his roommate,
My old lady.
his 2-time roommate.
Yes.
Yes. I've hung out with him quite a bit. He's a good guy, and he will be a great addition to the show. And I'm excited for
a
it.
CEO
Yeah.
and guilty
Yeah.
of tax fraud.
He's guilty. He didn't do his taxes.
No, he didn't do his taxes.
Oh, well, did he do his taxes?
There was a confusion when he was explaining how he did it to us.
Oh.
And we were like, "So tax fraud?" And he was like, "What?" And we're like, "You did you made this much money, you had to report it." He was like, "Huh?"
Oh no.
No, but
But wait, he started it before.
he is in good legal standing.
Yeah, he must have started it after last year.
No, it was this year.
Oh, okay.
It was not it was not like a thought in
Well,
his mind
'cause
until like the
just-
summer.
Well, in April you had to. Well, I guess no, it would have been April, but in June you had to report what you made in 2019.
Oh,
So
okay.
he would have
yeah.
had to. So he would have had to report what he made in 19, but he didn't have the company.
He didn't have the company in 19.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
he's a young CEO, on his hustle.
Right. Yeah. So shout out to Imperium Fitness. I just like the vibes, immaculate vibes, sensational.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Maybe it's Maybelline. You remember that video of Future? I forget what he was talking about. He was talking about like
Misogyny, I'm sure.
no, misogyny. No. He's talking about cheesecake. He's like, "Yo, Future, what's your favorite kind of cheesecake?" And he's like, "Original." the guy's like, "You don't like strawberry or
Original.
chocolate or what?" He's just like no, just original. He's like, okay. He's like, all right. So why do you like original? Sensational.
Dude, speaking of misogyny, I got reamed in a group chat. No, so we have these.
What do you mean? Speaking of misogyny,
I can't tell you. I just have to explain it, and you'll get me by the end.
okay.
So we have these like discussion posts we have to do every week on like a topic, or we read through an article. And in this article, it's about this like lady, and she writes poems about how her previous husband like abused her physically and mentally. But she's remarried now, and her new husband goes to like recitals of her poems. And every time he goes and she reads about how her husband beats her every night and like abuses her, she reads these poems at these recitals. This guy just has to sit there, and everyone's like, "Wow, dude, you're kind of a bad person. Did you know that?" And they'll like throw drinks at him when they're walking by.
Wow.
And so in my discussion post I put, and it gets 2 sentences where they explain it.
Yeah.
So my discussion post I put, not to be male centric, but I kind of feel bad for the husband considering this isn't him. And every comment under mine, of course you would feel bad for the man. Of course. Oh my God, misogynist. And I was like, bro, I just feel bad for him.
Well, you know what we could do? We can end on the story of Sir moans a lot at the gym. Gosh dang, this guy. First of all, so we go to the gym and we're gonna hit chest, and we go there and we knock out like 4 sets of
Cleaning
bench.
time.
Yeah, they're like 1 to 2. It's closed, right? So okay, we got So they were like, it's from 1 to 2. It's closed. We get there at 12:46. Okay.
Yeah, and we rack out some bench.
Yeah, we knocked out like 4 sets of bench and then like some military press, and then the guy was like, "All right, y'all got to get out." So we go out. So on like the 3rd floor of the rec, there's like this like little like cable machine and like a neck machine from like the 40s. And so this guy in like Jed North shorts. But like before Gymshark, it was Jed North. It's like the OG athletic clothing brand, and it's super expensive. But anyway, so he's in like these Jed North shorts, and they're like hiked up in between his like crotch. And this dude is probably 121 pounds soaking wet. And he's a tall kid, though, so I'll give it to him.
I'm bigger than him, and Alex has more gains than me.
Well, yeah. Okay.
Comparatively.
Yeah. Anyway, the point is this kid's just tiny, okay? And so, but anyway, so he's doing some weird sort of, like, chest exercise where he has the... He's on the freaking cable machine, so he has, like, the cable set up. Yeah, he has the cable set up, like, right here, and he's holding the strap, and he's just doing this. Standing like 5 feet away from the machine, and I guess it's working your inside pec, because then he would flip it. But he was doing some tricep extensions too, so it was clearly chest and tris. He got that right. So we're just standing there. Josh is messing around on the neck machine, and I'm doing tricep extensions. And all of a sudden, while this guy's behind me, and he's making some grunting noises, but it's nothing out of the normal. It's just kind of like, kind of one of those guys, right? All of a sudden, while I'm doing tricep extensions and Josh is on the neck machine, he pulls out a ooh. So I look at Josh. And of course we have to have our masks on, right?
I slammed the weight. I was
Yeah. So I immediately make eye contact with Josh, and we're just like, yo, that didn't just happen. This dude just freaking, he said, ooh. Ooh. Yeah, there was like a tremble to his voice. It was like, ooh.
And then I tried to do tricep extensions next to him.
Oh yeah.
And he's in my ear going, oh, and I couldn't take it. I was trying to fake it like I was like struggling. I was like, and then my face was getting red. There's this like back corner that leads to nowhere.
Yeah.
It's just like to look over the basketball court.
Yeah.
I just slammed the weight and like walked back there. I was like, I can't do this.
I don't know how we were supposed to keep it together.
And we're back there, and I can still hear, oh.
Yeah, his ooh. So he's back there, or we're back there, and we're just thinking, yo, that didn't just come out of this little guy. I like, where do you have to hear that from somewhere. You don't just come out of the womb making those weird, crazy baby noises while you're doing workouts. Like, you have to like have learned how to work out from somebody, and like that's what they said, and so you learn that. It's like racism. Like, you don't just come out of the womb racist. You got to learn it. It's
yeah,
like
you
that.
have to learn to moan.
You have to learn that toxicity.
Oh,
yeah. And so anyway, so we get back to the tricep extensions, and of course, me, being a complete a-hole, I have to make fun of him. So I'm at the tricep extensions, and I go over the top. I'm just like, ah, oh, and doesn't even bat an eye. He's just
not unfazed.
Yeah, he's like that's normal.
Another Chad.
A brother, a Chet. So.
But so like a what is the Goosebumps? Like a Goosebumps TV show ending. This doesn't end on a happy note. I'm at the gym the next day.
What?
With some of my sophomores.
Wait, what did you say?
Like a Goosebumps story ending. It's not, like there's always a twist to it.
Oh, okay.
Like they're like, oh, we escaped the giant ants, and then they're like suddenly in the ant farm.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I know what you mean. Okay, go ahead.
So I'm just chilling on the bench, we're doing squat, and I'm watching my sophomores do squat, and I hear out my ear, oh, ooh. And I look over, and T-Rex down is this dude doing squat, going, oh, this dude's following me.
In terrible form, too,
No, he was in pretty good form,
Pretty
but
good
he
form?
didn't have a lot of weight.
Oh, okay, well.
Not that I don't.
Can't dox him for that.
I only do hip abductors.
What's the probability that you will ever do SARNs in your life?
I could see. I've been at a point where I was like, I'd do steroids just to get big really quick.
It'd be so noticeable.
Does that show up on a drug test? Is that a thing?
Yes.
Okay, well then I could never.
What do you think people in the UFC get tested for? I mean, it won't be like your standard piss test.
Yeah.
But if they're testing for it.
I would never do it to be good at. I don't care about competing or
Yeah.
I've never cared about who has the highest bench in the room.
Yeah.
I just care about who looks the best.
Yeah.
I'm saying if they can give me them big boy arms,
Yeah. See,
I would do SARMs all day.
I'm a little different. I think I would rather just because I train for power, I train for strength most of the time.
Yeah.
I'm not. I mean, don't get me wrong. I want to look good. I want to look big, but at the same time, I feel like being strong is more important. Because at the end of the day, if I'm just juiced up, I'm jacked and juicy, but I can't bench 225 for reps, somebody's gonna kill me, and it's gonna be somebody half my size.
Yeah.
So I would rather, because from a pragmatic sense, I'm doing it for self-defense or being able to throw somebody. So I'd want to be strong versus looking like a Chet, But I do both. I respect both. I think I probably won't do it. I doubt it.
I don't know where I'd get it from. Is that?
I don't know where I'd get it from.
Do they sell that in stores, or is that like crack? You have to go.
I have no
is that
idea.
crack? You have to go get it.
I have no idea. Apparently, there's a new drug that they're using in the UFC, and it only works within a 20-minute window.
Johnny Bones Jones. It's called cocaine.
Yeah, well, that was freaking a freaking tragedy when when all that crap came out about him using steroids. I'm saying SARMs with an N. It's with an M. I'm stupid.
SARMs.
Umbrella Labs.
Because what's his name? Greg Duchette. He's always talking about it, dude. If you ever watched
over 99% purity.
If you've ever watched Greg Duchette on YouTube, he's like, you can do all this, natty and all that. But if you had SARMs, that's literally all of his videos are. But if you had SARMs, Smith will give you an earful. He does not think creatine is good for you.
I want to hear about. I want him to.
Because he thinks it gives you a very unappealing physique. That's why. Because it's just water weight being drawn to the outside of your muscle.
But it does. He knows it does very little water retention, right?
Well, yeah, but it just puts it on the outside so you don't look as lean.
That's not the actual function of creatine. The actual function of creatine is to give your muscles more ATP. So those last 2 reps that you're doing,
true.
It basically works with your carbs that you eat.
Yeah, okay? Yeah.
So you have to drink a lot of water so your body can digest it, but it doesn't just put water in your muscles. It basically just says, okay, if you're getting tired, if you're doing sets of 5, when after a week or 2 of taking creatine daily, 3 to 5 grams, you can probably do 7 reps of the same weight. Because your body's getting more ATP to the muscle, so it has more energy.
I think
that's all it's doing.
I think he's looking at it from what it does to you, appearance wise.
No, I think GNC just has testosterone or something.
Multivitamin.
Yeah, I don't think they have SARMs.
Steroids at
They definitely
Is
don't
that
want to
where
be
you go to
associated.
though? Do you like walk in and be like, "Hey, let me see the back inventory"?
Yeah. Like, hey, you got
any SARMs?
any SARMs up here? Okay, you got some in the back for me? You have anything you'd like to plug? We'll get back with the sponsorships once we get.
Once we get it up.
Okay, well, thanks so much for watching. Go check us out on Instagram and Twitter at The Throne Room.
JPink19, I think is still my handle.
On Instagram for me is King__Alex__. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, and go support us on Patreon.